In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was there, on those very battlefields, that the strangest of friendships was born.
They asked me to say something about you. This is what I write. Only 10 words. Big man, tiny penis, shitty golfer. Once saved my life.
It's your friend of over 40 years, the current Kyrgyzstanian ambassador to the capital, Ivan Vadovich!
Oh,
Fuck it. Come here, you prick!
the horrible bastard! This Kyrgyzstanian Special Reserve. The guards at labor camps drinking to keep ice out of their lungs. Here, it put, how you say, hair on your balls.
It's chest, mate.
Yeah, well, it should be balls. Here, up your bottom.
And also up yours.
Thank you for that. So, tell us, what's it like being friends with Peter Clement?
Jesus Christ, you can clean grout him with that.
Peter Clement, very annoying man. He drink too little and talk too much. But in time of crisis, he's no one better to have by your side. Also on golf course, where he make you look good with his terrible stroke.
There's nothing wrong with my stroke, pal.
You stand like man trying to find his tiny penis. Oh no, where is penis? Oh, is this it? No, it's blade of grass. It's too big for penis.
You want to watch it, pal? If I win this election, you're going to be in trouble.
If you win this election, I shave off all my hair.
I'll take that bet.
Ivan Vadovich, everybody!
I'll see you after show, yes, sir. We finished bottle.
Yeah, good idea, pal. I've been meaning to clear the paint off that garage for a while now.
You insult Kyrgyzstani glorious special reserve. Be careful you not start another war, my friend.
Never again. Never ever again. And that is a
Peter Clement promise.
Interesting, man. It wasn't just the job that the nation took to their hearts. Starting in 1977 and running for nearly 7 years, you brought your inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey.
I fucking love that bloke.
Let's take a look at a clip now.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Same monitor as before.
Absolutely.
Suppose you saw that.
Classic television.
I'm looking in the script here, Eric, but I can't seem to find it.
Find what?
No, I can't seem to find where it says pour 2 shots of vodka on Eamon's chair.
Right, I get it. Debbie, can we...
Doesn't bother me. I'm a leaf in the wind, even if the guests aren't.
Right, you are.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Well, a good war is like a good orgy. Everybody ends up feeling dirty, as they say in the seminary.
It's your friend of 40 years, the current Kyrgyzstanian ambassador to the capital. Oh, no. Oh, that's who that was. Oh, yeah, makes sense now.
It's me mam, Eamon.
Right, Char, your mum. And your dad, too.
Oh,
Get on with it, woman.
help me, Martin.
Jesus, erase your wife, Peter Christ. You're fucking useless. You're gonna have to force it in.
Well, it's not going in that hole without a dab of butter, as the shepherds say.
Give it here.
Oh. Why must you always be so loud?
You can bloody talk, woman.
Let's go over here.
Talking all bloody day. I wonder I've always got a bloody headache.
Hello.
Oh, don't just stand there. Give us a pull.
Son. Let's get on with this then, shall we?
Oh, have you got somewhere you need to be?
Snooker's on at 9.
You'll be asleep in front of it by 5 past.
Must you belittle me everywhere I go, woman?
You do that to yourself.
What's that, son?
Don't worry about it.
No, go on. Say it for once in your poncy celebrity life.
I said you belittle yourself.
That's right, is it?
Yeah, the way you speak to our mum.
Oh, I don't mind.
But you should mind, ma'am. You should mind.
It's just his way.
No. Don't just let him off like that. He's a bully.
I never took my belt off to you unless you really deserved it.
I had to hide from you! Under the stage at the bloody school. It was the only safe place I had.
You ungrateful little gobshite! I don't have to sit here and listen to this. Come on, Fanny, we're leaving.
See you after, eh?
Jesus, Horatio Knobslurper Christ. The ingratitude!
Ingratitude? Fuck off!
Mr. and Mrs. Clement, everybody! That's his mom, Pa! Yeah, no, don't bother, they're gone. Well, it wasn't only just the job that got you into the nation's homes. Starting in 1977 and running for 6 years, you brought your inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at a clip of that now.
And a couple of minutes back.
Ingratitude, bastard. I'm going for a smoke.
They're roaring at each other, roaring.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's very tense.
Don't let it get to you, Eamon. Please.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Don't worry, darling. We can still get this show on track.
Oh, Christ. I think we all know that voice. At the wrong time in the show, ladies and gentlemen, a woman with the power to destroy us all, Dorothy Hammerman!
Eric, come here.
Hello, Mrs. Hammerman.
You're very lucky you didn't call me even earlier. I'm having a very difficult day, so just be glad I've had time to calm down and be in a more personable mood. However, the organisation on this show is a farrago.
Yes, ma'am. It's Dave in the broadcast room. He's just fiddling with the machines.
However, I'm also willing to bet this is going to be legendary television, so let's just carry on. Look here, take this and put it in there, shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just don't like talking about our Sid.
Well, I know you don't, but suck it up, because it might well make you Prime Minister. Okay, sweetie? Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What's it like
The
being...
last time that I saw Sydney and Peter together was in 1960 at Peter's wedding. Well, Sydney was sat at the front, and I was just starting out at that time. We all were, but I knew I had to get an invite to new TV sensation Peter Clement's Wedding of the Year.
Oh, hardly. It was a small chapel near Rotherham.
Yes, well, everything was going fine until the reception when, between songs performed by that dreadful band you booked, the two of you could be heard screaming obscenities in the car park. Well, you came back in after a few minutes as if nothing had happened and grabbed Mrs. C and started dancing the lambada, if I remember correctly, which, as you know, darling...
You always do.
Yes, I always do, don't I? Well, Sydney drove off, and rumour has it that you never spoke again. Is that true?
Why are you telling everybody this?
Well, it's ratings, darling. Ratings. So, the question I have for you, Peter, is...
I usually ask the question.
What the hell were the two of you rowing about that night? Sorry, did you say something, Eamon?
Well, it's just that I usually ask the question.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, what do you want to say?
No, actually, that was very good, yeah.
No, sorry, Dotty, viewers. But that conversation were private, and that's how I think it should stay.
Dorothy Hammerman!
Oh, darling. You're famous. There is no private. Still, your funeral or election?
It wasn't only just the job that the nation invited into their hearts. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for almost 6 years, you brought your own inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at that now.
And couple of minutes back.
Same as before.
Any news?
We're still trying. It's 50-50.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for? Oh, actually, that doesn't work.
It's your friend of over 40 years, the current Erkistanian... well, no, actually, no, we've had him. Yeah, play the music. No, still no clue.
I'm Julia Salisbury. I'm running for Prime Minister.
That explains it. Yeah, I've no interest in politics. Over there.
Strange show.
It's just the job, I suppose. The whole industry's like this. You'll get used to it.
I'm not sure I want to.
Thank you for joining us. What's it like to be friends with Peter Clement?
Well, are we friends?
I bloody hope so, or I've made a dreadful mistake.
Well, they say that politics make strange bedfellows. Well, that couldn't be more true in our case. At first glance, it's like we're chalk and cheese, but dig a little and you'll find that we share the same core beliefs.
We both grew up poor.
Yes, I only went to Poshborough because of the grant programme.
Now abolished by Hamilton Man.
Yes, another rung of the ladder smashed out. When I saw the lives and experiences of the privately educated, trust fund children who make up more than 90% of Poshborough's intake to this day, well, it really opened my eyes to what inequality really means.
This is something that Julia and I hold very dear. You see, there is enough cake for everyone, but these posh twats are hoarding more than they can ever eat.
Just watch your language, Peter. The viewers will be phoning in complaints.
They've been bleeping me for years. Can't see it stopping anytime soon.
Julia something or other, everybody!
Always friends, Pet, above everything else. Or we're doomed.
To being acquaintances.
Worse, colleagues.
Well, it wasn't only just the job that brought you into the nation's hearts. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for almost 6 years, you brought that inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at a clip now.
And couple of minutes back.
Same as before, Eric.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's all gone a bit news, hasn't it?
What do you expect when you interview the next Prime Minister?
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was there, on those very battlefields, that the strangest of friendships was born.
Right, well, it says on this card here, 10 words about Peter Clement. So, handsome, obviously, kind eyes, so that's 3, honourable, cheeky like a monkey. So what's that then? Is that 10? I think that's 10, yeah.
Who's that?
I've had a few, I haven't got a clue.
Right, whoever you are, come on in!
You can handle me, you old devil.
Hey, steady on, you'll get me into trouble with the missus.
Right, let's all take a seat then.
Oh, righty, Eamon, that's a nice name, isn't it? Eamon.
So what's it like being friends with Peter Clement?
Oh, I haven't got a clue, love. I mean, we were a lot more than just bloody friends, weren't we,
That
Peter?
we were, darling.
I got that many memories of you and me under the stage.
Yeah, we certainly made the scenery rock, I'll give you that.
Now, steady on, no family show.
Oh, well, then you shouldn't have got me on, should you?
Yeah, she and her sister are always getting into trouble. How is Jan?
What was that? Can I go home now, please?
Sure, yeah, just a moment. What's her name?
I've got this. Ladies and gentlemen, Victoria Sandwich. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Chelsea. Chelsea Bonds.
Shit. Well, come back, Chelsea. I've had a few, and it's been 30 years, love.
Well, it wasn't only just the job that brought you to the nation's hearts. Starting in 1977...
Actually, I feel really bad about that, actually.
Actually, it'll be fine. Starting in
No,
1977...
actually, I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, where are you... Right, OK. Let's have a look at some Petey.
And that's about 2 minutes.
He's gone, Eric.
What's that?
2/3 of the way through the show, we've lost the main guest.
Oh, he'll be back. He's an old pro.
He's an old drunk.
Oh, Tills, come back, love. Stop crying.
You see, he's out there somewhere.
Yeah. He's blotto.
Nah, he's tipsy at best.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go and fight on the continent, and it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Of course, I was only a kid during the war, so my main memory is of being with a nice family in Chintlebury.
It's not your best friend of the last 40 years, but actually could be worse. It's little Jimmy Chisholm. Right, yeah, let's go to the stage.
Mr. Cockley, I presume.
You can call me Dick. Come here!
Yeah, take a seat there. So, tell us, what's it like to be friends with Peter Clement?
You know, Eamon, I was sitting back there watching all the footage on the monitors, and I was thinking, well, despite all the injuries from his constant drunken pranks, yeah, it was still one of the best bits of my life.
Yeah, we never really were friends, though, were we, LJ?
Oh, I'll go by Jim now, mate.
Right, you are. You see, Jim here can hold his drink. There's nothing lightweight about him. We put whiskey in his coffee, vodka in his squash. Just seemed to give the show a bit more of an edge of unpredictability.
Oh, and kept the Red Cross on their toes, too, from time to time.
God, we're awful to you, man. A lesser man would have walked out.
And maybe a less desperate one.
Yeah. Well, I know it might seem backward, but we used to drink to ease the repetitive boredom of the same old success. And you know, Eamon, as my old man used to say, you can even get tired of Quim.
If it's the only dish on the menu.
Little Jimmy Chisholm, everybody.
Sorry about that, mate. And for losing touch.
No, that weren't your fault. No, I kept my distance, if I'm being honest. I've been so angry with you for all these years now, Pete. I'm glad I did this. I think I needed to.
See you for a pint after.
Indubitably, Mr. Cockley.
Well, it wasn't only just the job, Peter, that brought you into the nation's homes. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for nearly 7 years, you brought that inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's have a look at a classic clip now.
And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before?
Sure is. You okay, Eamon?
Am I drunk, Eric?
Don't think so.
Must be the show, then. The show must be drunk, Eric.
Maybe I'll get it a coffee.
I think we're past that point.